Hello everybody, today's short topic here on Safety Sense and More, we're going to call it a tip of the week, is cord management, cord inspections. First thing you do every day that you're going to use a cord is inspect the male end, and as you can see, this cord is messed up. It doesn't have the grounding prong, the round prong that's in the middle. So this cord is no good. It needs to have a red tag attached to it. Red tag is, you put your name on it, you put the date on it, you wire it up, hand it to your site supervision to be returned to the shop. Can this cord be repaired? And the answer is no. Does somebody want to take it home and use it for home projects? They could. Still, it doesn't have the ground prong. But it needs to be red tagged and removed from the site as soon as possible. So the other key to cord management and cord usage is the daily inspection of the cord, and really how you should roll up and roll out a cord. So we'll go over that right now. I laid a cord out here this morning. It's a 100-footer, and if you, the cameraman would go ahead and just span down, and you can see it's kind of laying down in the middle of the hallway. This isn't good. It's laying out in the middle of the floor. So number one in cord management is you try to always try to keep the cord out of walkways, crossing walkways, having a loop like right there on the floor. That's a trip hazard. All of those kind of things. So when you're done with the cord at the end of the day, the proper way to roll up a cord, number one, you don't roll up a cord. You go arm length. I'm 6 foot tall, so that's about a 6-foot loop. You go one, and you just go right on down. Every loop will be identical. The key is having every loop identical in size until you get right to almost the male end. And you want about a loop and a half left. So right there is one loop, and I got about half a loop left. So then you take this, pull the plug right up by the male by the female, go wrap around it once. And that wasn't quite enough, so I'm going to have to give myself a little bit more slack. So now I drop the loop. Now I come around, take this loop, go through, and then come back around and go back through one more time. Okay, now I have a nice, neatly bundled cord. I can lay this on top in the gang box. I can hang it up in the job shack, out in the Connex, whatever. So I go home, have a good night's rest. Come back in the morning, I have to roll out. What's the first thing I do? I grab my extension cord. I unravel it. I take the male end. I plug it into my spider box, my power source. Then as I start to roll it out, I want to make sure as I'm rolling it out, I'm laying it next to a wall. If I have to cross a corridor, I do it nice, neatly, where the cord's laying down flat. If there's going to be equipment, I can also use a cord protector on it. But I'm constantly kicking that cord against the wall. I come into a big open area like here, and I'm going to look where I want to set up my charger, my chop saw, whatever. But here again, I'm always laying that cord out nice, flat, and straight. Keeping it away from things that can damage it. And in this case, I'm going to run this right over here to this and say my cut table. Now if you look there, there's a coil on the floor. What I want to do is I want to bring that over tight, and any excess I want right next to my work area. Now if you look back down that cord, you're going to see it's laying down, it's laying flat, it's not down the middle of anything. And again, end of the day comes, if I'm moving, how do I roll it up? Arm length loops. And you just reverse the process. What you will find by doing this with an extension cord, you're going to increase your productivity because it's going to take less time to lay out your cord, to roll up your cord, and to stow your cord. Remember, safety doesn't have to come at the cost of production. But everything I did as I was doing this, I had safety in the back of my mind. I'm keeping it out of the walkways, keeping it up against walls. Remember, cords never go over the top of track through a wall unless the top. You protect the track, use a zip tie through a punch out to hold the cord up, but a cord never lays across track. As far as that goes, it's about everything I can think of about cord management. But always be checking when you're rolling it out. You're going to be feeling and looking for nicks, abrasions in the exterior insulation. If there's a nick in a cord, you can't use it, can't tape it up, it's done. There again, you red tag it. If you have any questions, contact me or Jeff anytime. We're more than happy to show you guys tricks and safety stuff. Have a great day. Be safe.
Yeah.